Hi, welcome to Gemini Star Spiritual Wellness. Thank you for joining me today. I'm excited that you're here with me for this video. So in today's video, we're going to do the weekly read for the week of November 30th through December 6th for all the air signs. So that would be Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So I had to look at the date because can't believe it's like, getting into December already. So I was like, is that right? November 30th through December 6th? Wow. So let's see what's going on for all us air signs. And please hit the like button so that this video will go out to other air signs that need to see it. And please hit subscribe so that you get future videos I put out. And I do want to thank all my subscribers for being there and supporting me in the channel. I really appreciate you. So let's see what's going on for all us air signs for I guess it would be the first week of December 2025. And as always, please take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't, because it might resonate with you, it might not. So what is the energy for the air signs for the first week of December, November 30th through December 6th, 2025? What is the energy for the air signs? All right, let's see what's going on. Okay, we got the Hierophant. Ooh, okay, we got the Nine of Swords. And we got the Eight of Cups. Ooh, okay. Six of Cups, Page of Cups, lots of cups, Two of Swords, and the Sun. All right. So it looks like air signs coming into the week of November 30th. We're walking away from something, and I feel like we've been walking away from it for a while. So this isn't like you just started walking away from it. I feel like this has been going on for a while. You're leaving something behind that, I'm hearing that's toxic, that's no longer in alignment with you. So it's like a situation maybe that you were in that has run its course, so to speak. And it's toxic, and it's like, intuitively, it's like time to leave it behind. It's time to walk away. So you've already been working on this, and you've already been walking away. And I feel like I'm hearing it's been slow. So it's not like, you just turned and walked away in one swoop. It's kind of like it's been a slower process because there might be a lot of things involved. Like say you're leaving a relationship that's a long-term relationship, there might be assets involved, finances involved. So it's like you're slowly getting out of the situation, but it's taking time because of, all the assets and things that you have together. So that's just an example. But you're leaving it behind and you're like walking away. And there's a sense of you that's like, I'm hearing you can't take it anymore. And it's like you're just walking. It's like some of it you're leaving behind because you just want to get out of that situation. It's like I keep hearing I can't take it anymore. I just have to get out. So it's kind of like you might be willing to leave some assets behind or whatever because you just want to get out of the situation. But see how he's got his back turned, he's walking away. But and I feel like it could very well, and this is us currently, this is us at the present moment. It could very well be a marriage that you're walking away from. It doesn't have to be. It could be like a situation like maybe it's a court case that you decided just to, to end, like to withdraw the case, or, like you decided not to pursue it. It could be something like that. But looking at these other cards, I definitely feel like it's more of a relationship. So I'm definitely feeling this is like a love relationship type reading, and that this is like maybe a marriage. All right, let me get a couple clarifiers on that Hierophant. Why is the Hierophant in that position for air signs? Two clarifiers, please, on the Hierophant. Okay, here we go. Two. Thank you. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, you've been working on getting out of this situation for a while. And I do feel like it's a marriage. See, here's the Seven of Pentacles, a seven. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. And it's like you've been trying to get out of this for a while, and you're watching your um it's like you're watching like you sowed the seeds of your pentacles and you're watching them grow. And I'm hearing like getting your finances in order. So it's kind of like you've been working on getting your finances to grow and working on that, and you're like about 70% there. But that's part of what you've been doing, is working on that to prepare to walk away from this. You've been working on your finances. And I do feel like it's a committed relationship you're leaving. Could very well be a marriage, because we have the of Wands card there. But I feel like, but what I'm hearing is, okay, bear with me here. What I'm getting as a download is this, it could be, it's a marriage. I feel like it's a committed relationship of a long-term relationship. Maybe you're leaving behind, but I feel it's because you want this with somebody else. Like, I feel like there's somebody from your past that you maybe are in love with, or that you want to reconnect with, and you want this committed relationship with this new person. And that's kind of your motivation for leaving this long-term situation behind and working on your pentacles to support you leaving. So you've been planning this out, air sign, for a while. Like, this isn't a decision that you just made yesterday. Like, you've been working on this for a while. And I feel like this situation, you have a lot of unnecessary worry and concern about it. So you're worrying and concerned about how things are going to go with you getting out of this old relationship. So that's part of what you're worried about. It's like, how things are going to, I guess, finalize, how things are going to like work out with that situation. But there's also a sense of worry and concern about this past person that you have feelings for. It's like, I feel like you're worried. I'm hearing you're worried that you might be too late. Like, maybe this person was like kind of waiting for you, and maybe you're worried that they're in another relationship, or it might be too late. But it's unnecessary worry and concern. Like, you're stressed out about it because it's keeping you up at night. You're worried. See how he's like sitting up in bed and he's got his little hands in front of his face. It's like you're worried about it, but it's unnecessary. There's nothing to worry about. And I can see that kind of coming forward. But I feel like you want this with this person, with this person from your past. This is what your heart wants, is this Four of Wands with this past person. And you're stressed out, like maybe you're too late. Maybe it's not going to work out with this person. Maybe they're going to reject you. That's kind of what you're thinking. And, air signs were notorious for being in our heads a lot and overthinking things. Like, I know I do that a lot. And so I feel like that's a lot what's going on. It's like you're in your head a lot about it. What ifs with the what ifs. What if this? What if that? How are things going to how are things going to finalize getting out of the old situation? How are things going to finalize with that? Is everything going to work out okay with that? So you're kind of stressed about that too, because you're kind of in that in between time of leaving that old situation but going into a new one, and you're kind of stressed. But it's unnecessary worry and concern, because I feel like everything's going to work out. But right now you don't know that. So I hear, a lot of what ifs, and you're thinking a lot in your head about it, and kind of ruminating in your head about it, and overthinking. And my nose is itching on that. Overthinking in your head. But I do feel like you're working on your finances to support this change that you want to do. So it's like you've been working on it for a while. Like I said, you're like 70% there, but I also feel like, you're working on it, to get like in a better financial footing. So when you leave this situation, you're in a good footing to bring in this new relationship. So you're working on it so that you can so you'll have, I'm hearing something tangible to offer this other person, because you want this committed relationship with them. You want the Four of Wands with them, but you have to kind of like rebuild your finances. You have to be, because you're leaving that other situation behind. So like if you're going through a divorce, you might be losing assets and walking away from some assets. And so you're trying to rebuild your financial situation, trying to rebuild yourself. And I don't feel like it's just your finances. I feel it's like just your situation and in general, you're trying to get more stable and rebuild yourself after that loss so that you can provide that Four of Wands type situation for this new person. Yeah, but it's definitely someone from your past. Someone that you've known from, and I'm hearing that you've known them for quite some time. I'm focused on the 6, so it could be you've known this person for 6 years. So you've known them for quite some time. Um, and then in the near future, it's like there's going to be an emotional offer, a Page of Cups. And I feel like you're going to go to this person from the past that you want a relationship with, and you're going to give them a little emotional offer. And it's just a page. It's not going to be, it's not like a big offer. It's not like you're coming to them with a real big offer at first. This is the first step. So it's like in the near future, like when you get into a better place and you've done this work and you're ready, you feel ready. And I think you got to get out of your head a little bit too. Because I feel like right now, because this is your current energy, air signs right here. We're going into this week. This is your current energy. So I feel like you are stuck in your head a lot and you're doing you're, I don't want to say causing yourself doubt, but you know how when you get in your head and you're like, well, what if this happens? And what if this goes wrong? And what if that goes wrong? And you're like, you're so overthinking it that you're thinking of all the bad possibilities that could happen and the probability. It's like you're overthinking it. And I feel like that's what's happening. But once I feel like you are going to get out of that thought process because it's unnecessary worry and concern. So it's like you are going to get out of that. And when you get out of that is when you're going to move forward towards this person from the past with like an emotional offer. And I think it's going to be okay. What I'm hearing is, and I'm seeing someone taking another person's hand and they're like talking to the person and they're like, I'm hearing pouring their heart out. So it's kind of like, this cup means emotion. So it's like you're pouring your heart out. You're giving an offer of how you really feel to this person and you're pouring your heart out to them. And that's part of that offer is, you're letting them know how you truly feel. You letting them know what you want with them in the future. Um, there might be apologies that need to happen because maybe this person from the past, something happened that wasn't good between you. So it's like there could be apologies involved. But I keep feeling like I keep hearing pouring your heart out. And I'm seeing like holding hands and talking like real close. Like you're close to someone, you're holding hands and you're talking to them and you're telling them how you really feel about them, what you really want, with them. Like you want this Four of Wands with them. And that's what you're telling them. So I feel like you're going to go to this person in the near future and they're going to, and they're going to, you're going to pour your heart out to them and tell them what you want. But first you got to get out of your head. Air sign, you got to get out of your head. And then you're going to do that. And this could be, energies reversed. It could be, this is a person, you're on the receiving end of this person coming in. You could be the person from the past that this person's coming to. So it could be, it just depends on the energies because a lot of people will be watching this. But I feel like what the universe is saying is wait about this because like right now you're going through this mental anguish. You're getting out of that old situation. You're walking away from it. You might not totally be out of it yet, but the universe is like saying, wait, like I'm hearing don't rush into anything with this past person. Like kind of take your time and make this small like emotional offer. Because I feel like once you open up and spill your emotions out and open up your heart and tell them how you really feel and, tell them what you want. You want that Four of Wands with them. I feel like that's going to bring in the sun and things are going to move forward. And it's unnecessary worry and concern because I feel like this person from the past that you're thinking about that you want this with, I feel like they want it with you too. But you don't know that because like you're up in your head worried like, well, maybe they don't want it. Maybe they'll reject me. What if, what if, what if? And you're worried about all that. But the truth is that they want the same thing you want. So when you come to them and you open up and tell them the truth, then you're going to find out that they feel the same way about you and that they want this Four Wands with you. And that's when the sun's going to come out and things are going to move forward. But I feel like the advice, it's like, don't like wait and take some time to like get out of this energy and make sure it's like stop. It's like make sure you're ready for to move forward and don't do this confession and come towards them till you're mentally ready. Like make sure you're ready and you have the courage and then go forward. But once you do that, they're going to tell you they want the same thing and then sun comes in. And the sun's one of the best, cards in the deck. So in the tarot deck. So it's really like happy day. But they're going to want what you want. But you don't know that yet because you haven't talked to them yet because this is in the near future. This hasn't happened yet. But I feel like right now the universe doesn't want you to rush into talking to this person, and it's like you need to finish getting out of that old situation. Finish working on your finances or what you need to do to get yourself in a good place for this new relationship. Like kind of stop right now and don't do it quite yet until you feel ready to do it. So don't rush into it. Like wait till you feel ready. And I feel like the universe is telling you to kind of stop and take it slow. Like stop and just kind of, I'm hearing stop and work on yourself. So work on getting out of that old situation, work on getting yourself in better financial shape or whatever you need to do, get yourself in good shape for a new relationship. So it's kind of like don't rush into it, just stop and work on yourself right now. And then in the near future, when you feel ready, and you've done that work on yourself and you feel like you're in a better place with your situation and maybe finishing up, that old situation that you're leaving, finishing that up, then move forward and talk to that person. But I do feel like you're going to end up together with this person because of the sun card. I feel like I keep hearing they feel the same way about you. Like they want what you want. And you're going to find that out when you confess to them and you tell them your feelings. And then, boom, it's like things are going to be able to move forward because you both want the same thing. So, yeah, but you don't want to rush into it. Like, you need to, I'm hearing tie up loose ends first. Like, you need to tie up the old relationship first. Like, finish that out first. Finish out getting yourself in a good place so that you have something tangible to offer this person, is what I'm hearing, this new person. So it's kind of like, stop, don't go to them yet. Finish up dealing with your situation, tying up loose ends of the old situation, finish up working on yourself and your situation and doing your inner work and stuff. And then when you feel ready, boom, you're going to go to this person. But I feel like intuitively you'll know when the time is right. Like you'll feel ready. Like you'll know intuitively, okay, now it's time to go to this person from the past. You're going to feel that intuitively. Like you'll know it'll be ready. It'll be time. And I think part of that is you'll know you're ready because you'll get out of this energy. Because right now this is current, what you're dealing with currently. But like when you get out of your head and you get out of that energy of the what ifs and stuff, that's part of how you'll know you're ready to move forward. But you'll know intuitively. But that's part of it is getting that mental stuff out of your head. That's going to be part of you knowing that you're ready to move forward. So that's what I have for us air signs for the week of November 30th through December 6th. So it looks like it's going to be kind of a hefty week, especially, but it definitely looks like a love reading is what I'm feeling for us this week. So let's see what happens. But that's what I have for you. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.